guys. Time to really focus in right now.
All right. We start with our foundation.
Enough of this. Enough of this mindset crap.
Hey, you know what? I've met some of these millionaires on the Instagram and YouTube millionaires. They need it. They are more fragile mentally than a lot of anyone would ever imagine. Like, oh my God, someone put a hate comment on my post. I'm like, dude, I get hate, man.
Amen.
I get death threats, dude, daily. I don't care.
I saw that post there.
Yeah, it's just that doesn't matter to me. I have fun with it. Well, raise your hand if you just got a referral 2 minutes before this call started.
I actually just sent out a referral 2 minutes before this call started.
Look at us, business transacting. That make us business people.
It doesn't count if you guys sent it to each other.
It totally does, Jim.
Okay, but it wasn't. Unless you have a referral for me, then I'm all open.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's start our day off with some wins, some victories, just something you're dang proud of. You guys can tell I'm not at home because I have hair.
My listing is closing a week early.
Yeah, it is.
I got a referral from a lender, and then I got another referral that I'm meeting today, and then I'm doing a pre-approval from another referral today.
You know what? A win. That's a win, Eric. That's a huge win, man. I'm proud of you.
I mean, it would have never happened if I didn't come to Keller Williams. So ever since I came to Keller Williams, things have changed drastically.
I'm gonna sound clip just that moment right there. It's weird what happens when you're around the right people.
That's a big thing. You know, starting in real estate, you wouldn't think so, but you surround your people that are succeeding and killing it every day, you start to succeed and kill it every day. It's crazy.
There's a big if in there. If you implement and you're consistent.
Well, do it.
I know a lot of people that are around a lot of successful people that don't do anything.
Yeah, and 100% is action is the key ingredient. Now, if you're around highly successful people that are constantly moving, growing, shaking, and doing things, do you think your inaction is going to be tolerated?
No, you be getting rid of.
Kick you out.
Yeah, it's not even they'll kick you out. You will feel so out of place, you will self-select out.
I like that. Upgrade to customer.
Well, upgraded the customer. I like that, Jim. Yeah, you've been upgraded the customer. Here's the thing. Like, look at this call. Look at the people that used to be on this call pretty consistently. The ones that weren't doing anything, the ones that weren't making things happen in their lives, what happened to them?
Yeah, they disappeared.
They gone. They gone.
They got jobs.
And that's kind of a sad thing. And really it's not, but there really is a self-selection element of this business. If I want to be around fast running horses, I myself probably need a fast running horse. Without it, I'm gonna get trampled and left behind.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the way horses run in fury. It's pretty majestic. Majestic. I'm having dyslexia this morning with my tongue. Tongue-dexia. But they will. They'll just charge over things. They'll run over things. They don't care. They just go. So love that for you, Eric. Thank you for saying that and showing it. And I'm glad it's showing up for you the way that you're showing up for it.
I was speaking to Trey yesterday about it, because Trey and I were in a very similar situation, same brokerage and everything. And when Trey came over, I told him at the beginning, I was like, "You're gonna be my guinea pig. I'm gonna watch you and see what's happening." And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make the leap, and it's been the best decision I've made in my real estate career so far. And it's just like I'm baffled. Like I'm like, you guys tell me this, but now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, is there some voodoo magic happening that I'm not aware of? Because I don't feel like I'm
Netflix.
doing anything. I don't feel like I'm doing anything, but there's results, and it's like how, right? So I'm here for it though.
I came to Keller Williams in less than a year, tripled my business.
Wow.
I felt like I worked less. And now I look at my entire life as different. There's a call out there on the YouTube that I went over my 5-year plan. Who was on that call where I talked about what happened in my life in a 5-year span? Right? From homeless to multiple houses in 5 years.
Wow.
Like, Dan, no bullshit. I have my fifth and sixth appointments this week, and that's literally more than I've done in the whole time I've had my license. Like,
Oh yeah, Trey.
and I've been here for a few weeks, so some voodoo stuff going on at this brokerage.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it voodoo stuff. I'd call it the right stuff. The right stuff. The magic sauce is action, guys. If I'm pairing you up with people that are highly productive and going out there and wanting to do the same things, right? All boats rise in the high tide. You just got to be in the right pool. You got to be around the right people. Even though if you find yourself on the other side of that, like, dude, I don't see nothing's happening. Everything I'm trying to do everything. It's just not working. It will. I look at it as the avalanche theory, right? I love the analogy of an avalanche. Over time, snow builds up on the peak of a mountain. Maybe days, weeks, months, hell, even years worth of snow will build up on the peaks of mountains and not move. Bears, lightning, thunder, trees, all kinds of stuff will fall and clatter and slam, and not a flake of that snow will be misplaced. But the moment when the right amount of snow hits the top of that peak, what happens?
Avalanche.
An avalanche. And avalanches, do they just move a little bit?
They move a lot of it.
They move a lot of bit. And as they move, what happens to them?
Stronger and stronger, faster and faster.
And bigger. Bigger, faster, stronger. Because as an avalanche moves, it snowballs. And we all seen the commercial or the comical cartoon of a snowball that starts off real small, and at the end of it, it's taking out the mining village at the end of the mountain. Well, that's your business. Your business is you're constantly phone calling and emailing and texting and getting your mindset right and showing up. Those are the snowflakes. Those are the shovels of snow that you're throwing on top of your mountain. And once that happens enough, there's a breakthrough. There's a release of energy.
Bless you.
And then you have the snowball effect. Nothing can stop you. It just seems to everyone around you can just starts packing into the snowball. You become bigger, faster, stronger. The precipice of change, regardless of what environment you are, is action. Raise your hand if you've ever heard the term knowledge is power. Do you believe that? I do not. Because I believe it is the application of knowledge that is power. Application is the action word.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my proof. You're sitting in the kitchen and you're cooking something on the stove. And all of a sudden it catches fire. You know how to put the fire out, don't you?
Mm.
But what do you got to do first? Knowing how to put the fire out doesn't do you any good. You got to take that knowledge and use it. Simple analogy in life there, right? Knowing how to do it is not doing it. Go do it. Go do it. Figure it out. Make it messy. Get attacked by your dog in the middle of the morning. So I love that for you guys to be around the right people, to do more business, to make more money, to have better lives.
Mhm.
But just like The Secret, like you guys all know the book The Secret, mindset and affirmations and positive willpower and all that crap. Well, it works. But what people fail to remember is there's action behind it. Massive action. I could sit here right now. You know what? I'm gonna be a billionaire. I'm gonna have $100 million in the bank. I can see it, I can dream it, I can feel it. And if I sit here for 20 years thinking that same thing, never moving from my seat, how much money will I have in my bank account?
You mean that's not enough?
Nope, not enough, Mikey. We got to do the work.
Right.
One of the phrases I hate the most is, I'm going to put it out in the universe. No, get off your butt and go do it.
I put it out in the universe, right? I will gladly ask it. I love this. The universe will gladly pay any price you ask. Ask it loudly and then be willing to do the work when it shows up. I look at this like I get to a point in my business, I get so freaking busy that I'm stressed out. And then I go, wait a second, I asked for this because I want to pay off debt. I want to buy another house. I want to do something for the business. I want to do something that requires capital. And that's not going to come in the form of some random bald guy showing up at my house with a big check saying, congratulations, you won the contest. You didn't enter. Here's $1 million. No, it's going to come in the form of, hey, my niece wants to buy a condo in Tucson. She needs someone that's a little bit more firm, but friendly. It's going to come in the form of, crap, I have 7 escrows closing right now. I've got 7 deals in escrow. I don't know what to do. I'm stressed the fuck out. It comes in the form of 5 listing appointments in 1 week. It doesn't come as just a direct deposit to your bank account. It comes in the form of work. So
I love the lead listings leverage part of MREA where he goes, get to a point where you make enough money that you need to hire an assistant.
Yeah.
And then make sure that assistant makes you more money.
And that's the thing is grow the leverage, grow the team, grow your brand, grow your business, grow your input. No bull, just work. And go ahead, Mara.
Having attended the business planning clinic yesterday, it's always a good idea. I just wanted to put it out there for folks. Joe, broke down to net 100,000. You literally just need 1 appointment a week. So obviously we all need to be doing at least that.
One appointment a week.
And that's more than doable.
That's more than doable, guys. Does appointment have to be in person? No.
And then the actions that lead to that obviously are the most important, like you were saying, getting into action.
Getting into action, making it work, and going out there and crushing it. So. All right. 8:14. You got 16 minutes left with us this morning. What are your conversations, topics, or objections you guys want to work on so that we can help you become the best version of yourself?
I got one, Dan. I was actually going to call you about this yesterday.
I'm glad you waited till today.
So I got a potential client. He was actually one of the referred ones by the lender. And I was talking to Trey about it yesterday. It's just stuck in my head. So he's a new home buyer. He's pretty young. I think he's mid to late 20s. He's got a wife and 2 twin newborns. Buying their first house. The person that is offering that he wants to buy from says that he needs to come unrepresented. Like he can't have a realtor. He won't sell to him if he has a realtor. The house is said to be a fix and flip investment property, and he wants to do that for his first house. So, after conversation and talking to him, I went and actually looked at said house. This house was built in 1973, has the original electrical. The floor, part of the subfloor is kind of missing. And the roof hasn't been replaced in 28 years.
Mm.
And this is just from what I could see. But I tried to educate him, not sound like a used car salesman, which is I hate. I use that term because I don't want to sound like I have like commission breath or I'm trying to get him to like sign with me or anything like that. It's more of like an education thing. And I told him what to look for. And he's like, man, I never thought about that. I didn't think about that. He's all, is that bad? I was like, well, you got to think, you got popcorn ceilings that might have asbestos in it, most likely will. It probably has lead paint. You have original electrical from 1973. Who knows what that wiring is in the walls? But I am not a home inspector. I can't like give advice on this. I would highly suggest it. The seller originally said no home inspections, no realtors, sell as like it's a good profit. He has it listed at 190. Told my potential client that once he fixes it up, it's gonna cost it'll sell for 240. I did a CMA on it, and there's no way it's gonna go for 240, and it needs about $80,000 worth of work. So this potential client said, well, like it's 190, and then all I have to do is put 40,000 into it, and then I can get, more. Maybe I could sell it for 300. I was like, it doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
So after educating him a little bit, he's like, I'm kind of worried about it, but I'm still going to go through with it. If it doesn't work out, then I'll reach out to you and sign a buyer broker agreement with you. I don't want this guy to get screwed over. Trying really hard not to get to show him the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do in the situation when you got a potential client that is probably going to get screwed over royally because he doesn't know better?
Sounds like you already did it.
Sounds like you did a good job of it too.
Yeah, how about you text them like the pros and cons? Like plug it into ChatGPT and then word it in your own words, just the pros and cons. But yeah, that sounds like a red flag for the listing
Or-
agent.
And
Here, you won't
remind
even
him
be able to
if-
get insurance without a new roof.
Remind him not to damage his family. That's first and foremost. This is an investment property.
Mm-hmm.
You don't risk your family's well-being for an investment.
Well, can I ask the question? Why is he wanting? Sounds like he's kind of got his shit together. Sounds like he probably qualifies for more. Why is he getting this property?
So he does. I was actually with him for the pre-qual. He went to Cross Country Mortgage and said that he wanted a realtor there. Cross Country Mortgage is like, I got a perfect one for you. And they called me. They're like, hey, we got a referral for you at the office. We're doing a pre-approval. Can you be here by 4:00? Like, yeah, definitely. The kid works on posts. He makes good money. He has a phenomenal credit score. Like he qualified for way, way, way more.
Mm-hmm.
But he wants to start investing in properties. And I was like, there is a better way to do that for your first one. You start small projects, and then you refinance, you cash out, buy another investment property. He's like, yeah, but I could get more bang for my buck if I do this.
Yeah,
I
but you
was
don't
like,
do that with your main source of
Right.
you know what I mean, shelter. You
And-
don't play
Right.
with your family's.
And the
freaking
reality is the value of any property is what a buyer is willing to pay and what a seller is willing to accept. And if you overpay for something, doesn't matter what happens, that buyer's not gonna, buyer's not gonna take it. So
Yeah.
Have you
So when I brought
suggested to him, Eric, to look at new builds?
Yes. I did.
What's his
Uh,
thoughts?
there's a so he wants to stay in a very low price range because he wants to, buy it, fix it up, and then rent it out, and then he wants to move to Oregon. Um, I brought up his family. He's got two beautiful newborn babies. And I told him about this house. I was like, you got to take into consideration your wife and your babies and their health and your health. And this one is like, it's older, it's outdated, it needs a lot of work. I was like, there's a reason we have, asbestos disclosures, lead-based paint disclosures. There's a reason we have these disclosures.
Is he
Because
trying to buy those in cash? The 190 in
no,
cash?
no, he's trying to finance it.
So take it to the lender. Take that address. Have you run it by the lender and said with some photos? And because it sounds like that's absolutely not even going to qualify.
So I did bring that up to the lender, and he said if it's move-in ready, like you're able to live in it, they will still finance it. So that kind of, he told that to the client, and that just kind of stuck in the client's head. He's like, well, we can live in it. So that just kind of stuck in his head. He wants to stay, below 200,000. Like, I get it. I understand it. But I mean, for what he's paying in a rent right now is the same that, a mortgage would be if he went a little bit more and got more proper home for his family. So I'm waiting and like trying to stay up. I've been texting him every day, like, hey, how's it going? Any questions, reaching out, because I like, in good human faith, not even as a realtor, but like as a human being with the knowledge that I have, I have a hard time letting him go through with this.
Yeah. Did they make an offer on it? Like, have they made any moves without you?
I don't know.
Just tell him, just tell him he's being an idiot. I mean, say, hey, no, I mean, for real though, like, I work with several investors, I work with several real estate agents, I work with several buyers and sellers. Like, I live, eat, and breathe this thing, and in every scenario, this is a bad idea.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong
Let
with
me find you a better one.
There's nothing wrong with saying in good conscience, I can't recommend this. I mean, just don't try to find ways to make it work. I mean, ultimately all you can do is give him the information. He's going to make the decision, but you can't in good conscience and tell him that in good conscience, you can't recommend it for these reasons. Just like Jim says, you work with, this is your field of expertise and you're looking out for his family's best interest, his best interest. I do a lot of like, futures trading and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I can want to make $1,000 on a trade, but I can force it and lose 1,000.
Right.
It's you, just because you want it doesn't mean it's going to be fruitful. And I mean, all investments are a risk, but you've got to put the favorables on your side of things in order to make it work out. So it's, I get it. He wants, and I mean, that's how I would speak with him, is like, I get it. You want to make this work. However, this particular, there's other opportunities out there, and this particular opportunity is not an opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the red flags is you got a seller that's not allowing you to do anything when it's your right. It is your right to have inspections to see what you're purchasing, because you're making a big purchase, and it's always going to be on the side of the buyer, which is why the contracts are written for the side of the buyer.
Well, if he's financing,
I couldn't think of a bigger litigation nightmare than going to court and saying, there was something wrong with this house, but the seller wouldn't let me do this, the seller wouldn't let me do that, the seller wouldn't have a leg to stand on, especially if he wants to be unrepresented.
Well, Eric, if he's trying to finance this thing, how's he paying for the renovations that he wants to do?
With his monthly paychecks, I assume.
Ooh. Have you gotten any actual quotes? Like, I mean, that might be worth something to him too, just to like get a ballpark on, hey, it's going to cost this, hey, it's going to cost that. Based on that, it's going to cost you, or, take you like X amount of time to do what you say you want to do.
Yeah, so I've done that. I've done that because I know a lot of contractors, roofers, contractors, carpenters, like everybody. Yeah, I mean, Sierra Vista is a pretty small town. You start to find them pretty fast. And I asked them about it, and on the low end, it was $80,000.
Yeah.
The high end was more than the house is worth.
Hmm.
And another part, like he told me that bothers me. He's like, well, I trust him because I work with him. Like we work together. I was like, those are the ones that screw you over the most. Because you trust him. So he's going to say like, oh, I could get away with this because you trust him.
Eric, did you talk to him about the flip side of whenever you're going to be listing it, or like whenever he is finished flipping it and he needs to sell it, he's going to most likely have to pay realtor commission and things like that. Did he put any of that into consideration?
No.
Not only that, the disclosures of all the jacked up repairs.
Yeah, I don't know. And I try to tell him that's the reason why you have a realtor is because we know what to look for. Like we this is what we do. And he's like, I highly doubt that the seller has disclosed anything.
Yeah.
Why
Have you given him a cost sheet of like a mock-up cost sheet of what it would look like if he were to list it at whatever he would want to? Because then you could show that he's in a negative. You know what I mean?
I did do that actually. I did that. I sent that to him yesterday. He's like, well, I'll just do it myself. I was like, well, if you do it yourself, like you're not going to be able to sell it. You have to have it by a licensed contractor.
It sounds like you've done everything. And for the amount of effort and time you're putting into this guy, go get somebody that is actually gonna fucking listen, man.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, sometimes people just have to lose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So some have to learn the hard way.
What is it about that property that he wants so badly? And is there another property that needs work that you could show him too? Like, are there any other options out there to compare?
So yeah, definitely. That's the plan. That's kind of the conversation I planned out for today. He likes the property because it's an investment property and it is so low. But it's coming from somebody he knows and I guess trusts, air quotes. And that's the only appealing part. But there are several other properties within that price range that don't need a whole lot of work. They just need some updating, some like a fresh coat of paint or like new carpets or flooring, whatever you decide to do, and something like starter fix and flip, I call it. So I'm gonna connect with him today, and that's what I'm gonna show him. So that's my plan. But I'm struggling to like save this kid.
Yeah.
I've had a client that is like, I almost was like, is his name so and so? Except this one doesn't have kids. Literally all of the exact same descriptors except for the kids.
The kids are only 3 months old.
Yeah, we have crested 1 year. 1 year of us going through this bullshit.
Oh wow.
I know who you're talking about.
And yeah, half the people on this call have met with this couple because this is exactly what they do. They qualify for a lot more. They could have a great situation on their hands with a really good monthly payment. And there's this obsessed freaking piece of their brain that won't stop looking at total rundown pieces of shit.
Yeah, I've run into those.
So I give them information. I do everything that you've done. I've already done it. They've got all the information in hand. They call me constantly or email me, hey, can you check out this? I finally was like, hey, when you go look at this on Zillow, scroll to this point. This will tell you if it's cash only. Or do you have that much in your bank? Because you can't finance that. Oh, you don't?
Are they wholesalers?
No. They're literally the same type of people that your guy is. Brand new, young, first-time home buyers that that watch probably one too many HGTV shows and think that they're going to fucking do something.
One of those. Yeah.
So it's like when you ultimately decide to get your head out of your ass, I will gladly represent you. I'm done
Okay.
paying anybody to show you. I'm done doing it. You know what I mean? Because it's like they always want to hit me up when I'm not available. Hey, can we see this? And I've paid other people to go show them houses. I'm done, man.
Right.
I'm done. You don't want to listen? That's
Yeah.
your choice.
Mhm.
So here, my number one question I've always asked, and I'm glad you guys had a lot of input. Was fantastic conversation here. Is why would a seller tell you you can't use an agent?
Yeah, because they want to save money, probably.
Or they're trying to pull something sketchy.
That's the question right there. It instantly starts that. Why would a seller say that?
Yeah, it instantly popped a red flag for me. That was the first thing that was told to me. Like, I want to buy this house, but they say I got to come unrepresented without a realtor. I'm like,
I
why?
mean, it causes a hindrance, right? They want to. Apparently, it probably needs more than they anticipate. They're kind of giving you a number, and just trust me. That's what it is. You know, an ARV of trust me. And
Yeah,
if an agent's involved, it's going to make the buyer think. Where if an agent's not, the buyer may not think and just move forward.
Right.
yeah,
And I've seen that far too many times. I get emails all the time of buy this house. Here's the ARV. I'm all, there's no fucking way that house is going to sell for $400,000 in that neighborhood. And people buy into it because they see the numbers and they take it off. They really do tap into that hope equity, which eliminates logic.
But the neighborhood was 280, Dan.
But this house is brand new, man. I could sell it for 400,000. No. Like I literally did a land survey for a client, not a survey, but a land deep dive for value yesterday. There's a lot that had a house that burned down. So you just backward math. It's very simple. You look at okay, what can you build a house for per square foot? What could it sell for in that neighborhood? And you reduce the two. That's your land value. About 21 grand. He's all, I want to get $100,000 for it because land's expensive and you're not making more land. I'm like, okay. Who's going to buy it for $100,000? Well, someone's going to build a brand new house there and they're going to sell it for 400,000. Why would a $400,000 house sell in a $250,000 neighborhood?
mm-hmm.
Doesn't work that way.
So I want to add to that. It'll probably be the last thing I add because I know it's getting late. There is a YouTube channel called Fix and Flip Mastery with Jim or Jeff or somebody like that. It says anybody can fix and flip houses. It's like a wholesale guru. I absolutely despise this guy because the way he goes about CMAs and ARVs is completely wrong. And I've seen people come in and strip all the equity out of some of these houses, and the sellers have no idea. So my whole thing is trying to educate people on investing.
Sounds like this guy needs my favorite phrase. You can wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster.
Yeah, this guy's based out of Tucson too.
No way. What a fucking idiot.
Guys, I love that you're looking out for this. Your job as a real estate professional is to provide perspective and to point out potential red flags. And if someone says, hey, you can't buy this house if you have an agent, is a massive red flag. So good conversation today, guys. Was it worth your time?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Always.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you for being a part of my tribe, my community, and my world. I'm excited to see you guys back tomorrow with more wins. Until then, embrace your inner crazy. Go do